Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crigler Show. Today we've got Savanah Hernandez. Hello, Savanah. How are you today?
Adam, I'm doing great as always. So excited to be on the show, especially with this new announcer voice. I love it.
You like that? Hey, wait, did you see my new backdrop?
It looks very clean.
It's
I
nice,
like
right?
it. I like
It's
it.
nice. Yeah,
Things are coming together.
I can't frame it in StreamYard. That's one of the only things I don't like about StreamYard. I can't pick my shot, which I can normally do in OBS. So it's like you can kind of see the ceiling a little bit, which, whatever you're gonna do. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crigler Show, everybody. Of course, we've got Savanah. I don't know if you noticed, she's right next to me. And you can follow her down below in all the little things. Her website's right there. You can follow her there. And then you can, of course, go to my website, adamcrigler.com. But that's whatever. Enough of that kind of stuff. Today, we're going to be talking about fun and exciting things. Biden spying on your bank account. Oh, wait, that's not fun and exciting. Wait, what? I thought we were talking about something fun and exciting.
Yeah. I mean, America 2021, I guess that would be one of the most fun and exciting things that we could report on.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. It's kind of ridiculous. There's in this new bill that they're trying to push for infrastructure, they're trying to make sure that the IRS can monitor your bank account if you have more than $600. That's it. That's the line. If you have more than $600, they can monitor every single transaction. Well, it's just for clarity, they say. It's just make sure that the IRS is getting its due. Wow. Very frightening, and we're going to get into that. And then we are going to make fun of AOC. So this whole Met Gala thing, I mean, it was all over Twitter. When was it? 2 days ago, I think?
Yeah, I think it was on Monday.
3 days ago? Is that 3 days ago? No, 2 days ago. That's 2 days ago. It's Wednesday today. Yeah, and she was wearing a tax the rich dress, which is rich because AOC, you're kind of pretty well off. So you kind of, I feel like you're getting there. You're kind of there. All right. She's not like uber rich, she's not a millionaire, or actually, I don't think she is. I wonder what her net worth actually is. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll live check that while we're talking about it.
You're going to have to.
But she does make over $100,000 a year, 170 something, and that's not chump change. She's doing well for herself, and we're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna call out some hypocrisy. I'm gonna call her out for, I don't know, being herself, and we'll hear your thoughts on it. And then we're gonna talk about Time Magazine's 100 most influential people, and they've announced that Prince Harry and what is her name? Meghan? No, is it Meghan Markle?
Meghan Markle, yeah.
Meghan Markle are on that list. Somehow, I don't know why they wanted a private life and somehow decided against it. And also, I'm going to make fun of The Guardian for calling Fauci the sexiest man alive. I'm serious. They said that. If you guys missed it, I'm going to show you. I'm going to shove it in your eyeballs. Deal with it.
It's like anytime I think we've hit rock bottom, Fauci is then deemed the sexiest man alive. And let's not forget either that last year at the peak of the pandemic, he was on like the In Style magazine covers and he was doing all of these interviews and media hits. And it was like, sir, shouldn't you be working?
Yeah. No, he was, he's pushing the narrative. He's out there, he loves that spotlight, doesn't he? All right, so let's get into this. The first thing I saw this, I read this the other day, and I could not believe what I had read. This was this article is from Sunday, but I found out. So before I even read this article, I just want to let everyone know the IRS, whatever you want to think about it, the new plan that Biden was putting out, he was going to hire some, what was it, 80,000 new IRS agents? I don't remember exactly the number. An insane amount of new IRS agents trying to get out there and, the tax man, make sure they're getting their money. That's okay.
That's
already
what we
red
need
flags.
More of, Adam, in our society today is people collecting more taxes from the
right.
people.
More taxes. Yay. All right. So check this out. Biden administration plan would have IRS monitoring Americans' bank accounts. This is serious. They want to monitor your bank accounts, your transactions, the ins and outs of your money. This is crazy. Some Americans are furious, including me, with part of the $3.5 trillion spending plan from Joe Biden and the Democrats that would allow the IRS to monitor bank transactions. The administration claims the monitoring would prevent tax evasion and target audits, but some are concerned that it would violate the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, the Daily Mail reported. The proposal would require banks to report to gross inflows and outflows to the IRS, including transactions from Venmo, PayPal, crypto exchanges, and the like, in an effort to fight tax evasion. The IRS would know how much money is in an individual's bank account in any given year, or in a given year, whether the individual earned income on that account, and exactly how much was going in and out. Biden, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, IRS Chief Charles Rettig, and a number of Democrats in the Senate, most especially Elizabeth Warren, are pushing for the deep dive into individual financial transactions as part of an $80 billion plan to enforce tax compliance. I have to stop reading for a second. And you know what? This conversation is going to go perfectly into the whole AOC tax the rich stuff, because what happens when you tax the rich? What happens when you increase taxes on, take California, for example. What's been going on with California? All the businesses are leaving. They're going elsewhere. I mean, they're going to take their tax money, pick up, and go somewhere else.
Yep, that's why we're seeing Austin, Texas being called the next Silicon Valley, because Google, because Tesla, because all of these big tech companies and all of these California companies have since moved over to Texas because it costs way less to run a business over here in this state than it would in California. Now, unfortunately, all of those very liberal employees from California are following, said businesses, and that's why Texas is turning so purple. But again, to your point, businesses aren't just going to sit there and get taxed. So this whole tax the rich idea doesn't make any sense in reality.
Right. Exactly. They're just going to leave. And there's no income tax in Texas, right? I thought
I don't know.
You should know. Don't you live in Texas?
I do live in income taxes in Texas.
All right. She's going to live check that right now. I'm fairly certain. I thought
we have no state income. Yeah, no state income tax.
State income tax. Okay. Federal income tax. Doesn't matter where you go. You can't.
Yeah. So it's like we do have a specific tax, but I'm not sure which one it is. So there we go. We clarified, guys. We clarified.
Right. Well, I mean, this is crazy. All right, let's continue reading here. Quote, the IRS is first and foremost a law enforcement agency, and the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures in pursuit of looking for wrongdoing and criminal actions. So I think this is going to run into severe Fourth Amendment headwinds, Taxpayer Protection Alliance Vice President Patrick Hedger said. The Fourth Amendment of the Constitution reads, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. All right, so right there, there's no reason for them to just simply assume every single American isn't paying their taxes. There, that if that was the case, that's what's going on here. Like, okay, well, if they think that somehow, and even if they are claiming that, there's no probable cause. They can't prove that. I mean, I like to pay I want to pay my taxes so that I complain. I can actually complain. If you don't pay your taxes, you're not part of society. You're kind of, it's like I pay my taxes. So, and I vote. Because I vote and pay my taxes, I have every right to yell at every single politician and criticize them as I do, right?
Because we pay their bills. Exactly. We pay their paychecks. And you know what, Adam, too? I think one of the biggest things that stuck out to me in regards to this article was how the IRS wanted to monitor, again, if your money is going to crypto, because the government has been trying to regulate crypto as much as possible because they are not happy with the fact that people are getting off of their fiat currency, which is getting more and more worthless by the day. Every single new stimulus check that was passed, we just printing trillions and trillions. And so people got smart and they said, okay, well, we're going to invest elsewhere. We're going to invest in crypto. The government has been having a very hard time trying to monitor that. So that's what stuck out to me most here. And I feel like that in itself is like the biggest part of this story.
I agree. And that's why I kind of said it the way I did. And I was like, and crypto, hey-o. Yeah, because they want to regulate it. Because crypto, I've had a crypto expert on my show, Breedlove. He's great. And essentially what crypto does, it takes the power away from the central banks. This isn't just the government here, right? I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to get in trouble for even no, because we talked about it. I had a whole conversation about this with him, and it was fantastic because it told me what crypto is. It's basically saying we don't need you to control the amount that our money is worth, and that's what they do. And now they're pumping money. Inflation's on the rise. I just read a report the other day that the American GDP is supposedly dropped 41% this year. 41% drop in our GDP. Like, what? How is that not a bigger deal than it is? That's insane. And is it inflation? Is it the fact that we don't make anything anymore? We just give our money over to China? I mean, what do we make? What does America make? Corn, soybeans, nothing else comes to mind. Like what? Military equipment, guns.
Yeah. Our economy is really not looking good. And again, I never thought about investing into gold or silver. And the reason I got into crypto was because we were passing so many stimulus checks last year. And I was like, we are printing money at an unprecedented rate at this point. And it is very crazy to me how the Federal Reserve has the ability to do this. And, if you look to all these other countries who have previously, I guess, mirrored these same actions of Venezuela, a lot of these communist, socialist countries, what ends up happening? Their money's piled up in the street and they're burning it because it's so worthless.
Yep, exactly. And look at El Salvador, though. They're accepting Bitcoin as their national currency. You can buy and you can go to McDonald's. I saw someone actually posted, they asked, like,
I saw that too.
You saw that? Can I pay with Bitcoin? And they gave him like a QR code and he paid with Bitcoin. And I was like, all right, that's dope. I mean, it's taken over and it's taking the power away.
Businesses in Miami as well that are starting to do that. So it's making its way here in America. Miami is starting to adopt Bitcoin as a legitimate currency over there too, where you can buy products with it. So it's on the up and up. I mean, look at how much it's worth right now. I believe at the beginning of the year, it was worth $13,000 and now it's sitting at 45.
I think it was at the beginning of 2020. It might have been that low. I don't think it's been 13 in a long time. But it went up to 60 and then dropped back down to 30. And now I think it's on the climb somewhere in the middle somewhere. I have some crypto, but I got it and I forgot it. I'm just going to leave it and not think about it. I'm just going to let it sit somewhere, in the interwebs, because that's really what it's about. But yeah, let's keep reading about this craziness, because this is them trying to control that, take the power back from crypto, because the crypto is taking the power away from them. But here is what the Treasury said in response. They said there is no reason for compliant taxpayers to be concerned, saying that the monitoring would simply help target those committing fraud. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, Treasury Department. No. It's for your own good. When has that ever been an acceptable thing when you hear the government say that? It's for your own safety. How does that quote go? Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Based on the past 2 years, I would say not so good. I like how they're basically just coming out and saying, we're just going to kind of treat everybody like a criminal. So that way, the 1 or 2 criminals will be found out, but everyone's subjected to the same behavior. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yep, exactly. No, just because I am a taxpayer and I pay my tax dollars doesn't mean I want you to have the ability to poke around in my bank account.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want you to have that ability. That is government overreach beyond anything I've seen so far. I'm trying to find this picture that I posted the other day, and it is a comparison, and it's an actual quote from Joe Biden. Oh my gosh, where is this thing? Jeez, I tweet so much. I gotta chill out a little bit.
You do. I was scrolling through your Twitter today. It was actually very informative. I had no idea that 200,000 illegal immigrants crossed our border. Was it in the past month?
Yep, in the past month.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Go to Adam's Twitter page, guys. It's very informative.
All right. You recognize these two gentlemen?
I do. That looks like Ben Franklin and then Joe Biden.
Hold on, wait. You got it. All right, so those who give up freedom for safety deserve neither. Classic quote, something that I've heard a lot in my life. And now this is from Joe Biden last week. This is not about your freedom. This is for your safety. Hello. Excuse me. We know that's the classic ploy. I don't need your protection, Joe Biden. I'm good. I don't need anyone's protection. I'm good on my own. I can handle myself. Right?
I don't know if you've heard this quote either, Adam, but
what is it?
And I can't remember who said it, but it basically goes, "The man who gives up his freedom for safety deserves neither." And I was like, ooh.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I was like, that's facts.
That's from that famous guy. He's one of those really important founding guys, right? One of them fathers, founding fathers.
Maybe just one of the people who set the foundations for our country. Who knows?
But it's for your own good, for us to be able to look into your bank account. But yeah, compliant taxpayers, you don't need to be concerned. Like, no. But for the non-compliant taxpayers, this regime would encourage voluntary compliance as evaders realize that the risk of evasion being detected has risen noticeably. They literally call themselves a regime. Do you notice this? They actually said it. They're like, this regime. Oh my gosh. But Hedger, this is the guy who's actually on our side here, the Taxpayers Protection Alliance vice president. He warned that the policy could disproportionately injure poor people. You're going to push more folks into small cash transactions. You're going to push more banking offshore. Yeah, exactly. The big fish out there that do have sizable assets that are eligible for taxation offshore. This is the ultimate regression tax, he argued. You're going to end up punishing the worst off among us. The lower income folks in this country have historically been the targets of aggressive IRS audits because they don't have the CPAs and the lawyers to be able to fight back, Hedger says. I don't see why the need to be going after people, just the average Joe, and start stooping on a $600 payment, he said. It doesn't make any sense. I'm reading his quote here. This is beyond trying to pick out low-hanging fruit. I agree.
Someone else too, Adam, sorry to cut you off there. Someone else pointed out too, how coincidentally, those stimulus checks happen to be $600 as well.
Interesting.
Right? So it's like, oh yeah, you only have to have $600 in your bank account. And also here's a $600 stimulus check.
I'm pretty sure everyone spent that money.
Agree. But I did think it was interesting. I was like, maybe some people saved it and that was their in, to really make sure that they could monitor as many people as possible.
So Candace Owens, she snaps. She tweeted out, she said the Biden administration is attempting to empower the IRS to monitor every single withdrawal, deposit, transaction you make from your personal banking accounts, PayPal, Venmo, etc. Well, she should have added crypto because that's actually rather important. Separately, he wants to force vax you. Everything they lied and said Trump was, Biden is. Oof.
There it is there.
That right there, that line. Ooh, what did I just do? Oh, I went to her tweet. All right, look at this. That right there. That's really the kicker. And that is so true. I've never seen such. He literally said his patience is wearing thin with you, Americans.
You know, Adam, I found an
Really?
old gab that I put up a couple
I
of
don't
months
care,
back.
Biden. I don't care that your patience is running thin with me. Sorry, please continue.
No, I was just saying that I had put out a gab a couple months back that I just refound, and it basically said Joe Biden is everything that they said Donald Trump was: a racist, incoherent, incompetent, sold out by China, making foreign deals with foreign countries. Like literally every single thing that they said Trump was guilty of is Joe Biden.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, I just like, I'm looking back at Trump and I'm like, how did they think any of these things were real? Like, it didn't make any sense.
The media is powerful.
The media is powerful and they're absolutely insane. Man. So, I mean, the rest of this article is just a bunch of people that are just snapping on Twitter. And it makes sense. I mean, people should be pissed off because once you give the government the ability to do something, I mean, they're not going to relinquish that power. And it's only going to get one step worse in 2 years, 3 or 4 years, whatever. It's like, well, now that we have that ability, we should just be able to monitor all bank accounts now because people can go around it and have like a $600 max. And then they just do small exchanges so that they can't actually see everything. And then they're like, well, because now people are getting around this, now we're going to have to tax everyone and look at everyone's bank account. In fact, we just want 100% control over all of you. Did I just crack the case?
Yeah, based off of the response the past 2 years, I never would have thought we would have gotten to that conclusion.
Just
but
saying.
Adam, you're always playing 4D chess. You're always 10 steps ahead. I see. So thank you for cracking the case.
That was all me. I did 100% of that.
Round of applause in the chat for Adam, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, I did it, everybody. So I'm going to make one more point about this. And we kind of already said it, but it leads right into our next segment. There's so many loopholes, and they actually kind of mentioned it. People who have the resources to hire lawyers, the ability to move your business to another country that they don't have to pay American taxes or offshore, whatever, and basically shelter all their stuff, or not even that, take advantage of all the, I don't know, the tax programs and ways to get around, like donating to a business that they might even own themselves, but because it's kind of like there's all sorts of loopholes, and the people that use them are the ones that hire the lawyers that find the loopholes for them so that they can save money and not actually end up paying any taxes and keep more money in their own pockets. Those are the people that we need to be taxing. Those are the people that they need to be going after and making sure that they pay their fair share, which, there's a delicate balance because they can literally pick up and leave if they want to. They don't have to be in America and pay taxes to us. And that's the problem. Like New York lost a lot of rich people left the city, right? They lost a lot of tax money. California did also. Like both of those places are losing a lot of money right now, and they're probably sweating a little bit. And hey, AOC, I'm looking at you because you actually screwed up a lot of jobs for New Yorkers because you didn't want an Amazon building in there. Like, look, say what you will about Amazon. All right, sure. But it would have given at least 50,000 jobs to New Yorkers, which would have been great. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that.
Which again, Amazon versus AOC, who is actually giving people jobs that they can pay their bills with? Not AOC.
All right, so this whole thing with AOC, all right? So if you guys missed it, the Met Gala was the other day. It was on Monday. And AOC shows up. First and foremost, why is she showing up to the Met Gala? Okay? She shows up to the Met Gala, and she's wearing this pure white dress that says in bold black or red letters across the back of it, huge, all the way down from her shoulders down to her knees or something. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Wow.
Such a bold statement. So stunning. So brave. Thank you, AOC, for standing for the common man.
Cool.
At the Met Gala.
So I saw this and I was like, oh, of course, she was wearing some $450 earrings, $600 shoes. I don't even know how much this dress was worth. Do you have any idea about how much the dress was worth? I'm just curious.
No clue. And that's the thing. Will we ever figure out how much this dress is worth? If she's wearing it at the Met Gala, I would imagine a couple $1,000s at least.
Yeah, I don't think it says in here somewhere. But she, here, let's see what her tweet is here. Okay, of course, it's a big long thread. Oh, going from waitressing, blah, 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 all this stuff. Like now she knows what it's like to be a, I can't stand reading. I don't even want to read her stuff. Like all it is just, I'm one of you. I'm one of you. You can trust me. All right. I'm doing what I can for you. Just because I'm just like you. I'm also, well, no, I was a bartender. You're not a bartender right now. You're a puppet, AOC. No one could convince me otherwise. There's definitely someone paying her to say and be this mouthpiece for the progressives, for this change, the socialist movement. And I'm sick of it. Anyway, back to her dress, though. All right. This is a meme that I saw that I just thought was hilarious. Here's the rich. Notice that they're not wearing any masks. Mm-hmm. They're in close proximity. They're talking. They're chatting. This is the rich. The people at the Met Gala are the rich. And then, of course, there's us that, have to wear masks, shoulder or elbow bump because, we can't be humans anymore.
Yeah. And then again, just to reiterate, I believe a ticket to the Met Gala was over $30,000. And
$30,000.
A table at the Met Gala is over $250,000.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did she have a table? Do you know?
I don't know if she had a table, but that's just an example of
she was there.
The fact that, to get into this event, you kind of have to be pretty well off. And then to be, dressed by a designer, to be wearing $450 earrings, $600 shoes, you got to be kind of well off for that.
I agree. Honest. So now, turns out she didn't actually pay for her ticket. All right.
Okay.
She was given the ticket. And that has actually led her in hot water. Why? Because she was accepting a quite expensive gift. AOC slapped with ethics complaint for accepting free Met Gala tickets. A conservative group is asking the Office of Congressional Ethics to launch an investigation of AOC for accepting free tickets to Monday's Met Gala, where she wore a custom gown that said "Tax the Rich." The self-declared socialist congresswoman drew broad social media scorn for partying at the elite $35,000 per ticket event. $35,000, I guess. Dang. While presenting herself as their rabble-rousing foe. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Did she? Not once did she present herself as anyone's foe there. That's not what she was doing.
She was one of them. That she's Robin Hood, but in reality, like we said, we priced out her entire outfit. And ma'am, come on, let's be honest here.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. It's insane. Thomas Jones, founder of the American Accountability Foundation, wrote in an ethics complaint that he believes Ocasio-Cortez, who represents parts of the Bronx and Queens, broke House rules by accepting an impermissible gift of free tickets to attend the annual gala, which also was attended by fellow New York Democratic Representative, Carolyn Maloney. Although House rules allow members to accept free gifts to charity events directly from event organizers, Jones argues that the Met Gala doesn't count because the guest list is curated by a private company, media giant Condé Nast. And here is her standing with her. Oh, she had a Tax the Rich purse as well. I don't know if you saw that. While the individual's invitations may bear the name of the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the museum has ceded control over the invitations to a for-profit company, specifically Condé Nast, and to its chief content officer, Anna Winter, Jones wrote. He wrote that the New York Times outlines that the Met does not have control over who is invited to the event, but rather the for-profit company is in control of who gets invited. The Times reported that about 400 chosen ones got to attend this year. The gala is thrown ostensibly to raise money for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. It has become known as a celebration of opulence and exclusivity. Ahaha! The exclusive club that we do not belong to. Jones, a former aide to Senator Ron Johnson, additionally claimed that I'm guessing Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, was able to purchase access to Representative Ocasio-Cortez that is unavailable to average citizens by sponsoring a table at the gala. So there's at $250,000 that they sponsored. So they sponsored Ocasio-Cortez, to have access to her. Interesting. The Office of the Congressional Ethics can refer complaints to the House Ethics Committee for further review. And here is the back of her dress. You can see it, tax the rich, all the way down to her knees. That's so not, dude, that's ridiculous. Like, come on. Let's see here. So I want to go to what Ocasio-Cortez responded with. This is a picture meme from ABC. Ultimately, the haters hated and the people who are thoughtful were thoughtful. But we all had a conversation about taxing the rich in front of the very people who lobby against it and punctured the fourth wall of excess and spectacle. All right, first and foremost, AOC, the fourth wall is an acting term when you're in a play or in a movie and you're acting and you're working your scene and you turn and acknowledge the audience. That is what breaking the fourth wall is.
Interesting, Adam. So then by saying that she broke the fourth wall, is she then admitting that she's acting?
Oh, yes. Boom. Oh,
interesting.
Snaps.
Interesting. So she's basically doing everything for spectacle.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, there we go.
That's good. I like that. All right. Yeah, AOC. AOC, caught. We got you. We got you, AOC. You're an actress. And not a very good one.
Not a good one at all. No.
You're not supposed to tell people that you're an actor.
It's okay. I think
she broke the fourth wall.
After her performance on January 6th, her terrified performance of all of the awful things that she went through. I think it was after that moment we kind of started to realize we were able to, kind of differentiate between people in Congress who are actually politicians and those who are just acting. So she kind of let the cat out of the bag earlier this year.
Okay, this is Babylon Bee. All right. So this is satire. This is not real. I just want to clarify, but it is funny. Powerful. AOC writes tax the rich and in the sky with her private jet.
They could just replace AOC with John Kerry, who is one of the biggest advocates for climate change. And there we go. There we go.
Booyah.
Oh gosh, I cannot stand the elitists in power because again, just like all of these memes, Adam, that's exactly what it is. It's the little man in America who has to wear the face masks, comply to all of the mandates. Anytime we go to an event, it's a super spreader event. We have to get all of the vaccinations to protect one another. But if you are a powerful elitist, if you can afford to go to a $35,000 Met Gala, well, you're better than everyone and you're not subjected to any of that nonsense. Don't worry about that.
Oh, ridiculous. I mean, look at this. I actually have, so this is the salaries and benefits of U.S. Congress members. All right. Now let's go down here. Hold on. They make the current salary for rank and file members of the House and the Senate is $174,000 a year.
For what? For literally what?
Hold on. With benefits. Okay, so they've got full benefits and they get paid $174,000 a year. That's a lot of money. That's like $12,000 a month. Can you imagine making $12,000 a month? That sounds good.
If I was making $12,000 a month, I'm not sure I'd be parading around saying tax the rich. I'd probably be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be taxing the rich because I am the rich.
Well, and the problem with her whole thing is she's assuming that they could just, the rich will just be like, yeah, okay, well, I'll just pay more taxes now.
We'll front the bill because the rich already, the top 1% pay a huge amount in taxes, and that
like
number
25% or something.
Yeah, it's a huge amount.
I don't know the exact number, but it is a good, the rich pay a lot of taxes. Actually, that is a thing. So what she's really saying is tax them more so that we can get free things. Now, look.
Okay, wait. Can I read this for you really quick from taxfoundation.org so we can
Please
know
do.
how much the top 1% pays?
Yeah,
Apparently, the top 1% paid a greater share of individual income taxes, 40.1%, than the bottom 90% combined at 28.6%.
Wow.
So there you guys go.
41%, you said?
40.1%.
That's insane. See? Exactly. Right? The rich pay a lot of taxes, right? What she's really saying is give us more free things. That's it. That's what I'm seeing.
Pretty much.
I want free things. I want to do stuff. I want to get stuff for free. And guess what? This is the sad reality of this. There are so many people out there that are like, yeah, I'm entitled to free things. No, you're not. No, you're not entitled to anything. You got to work. You got to work your butt off if you want something. If you want something, you can get it, but you work for it. And if you don't want to work for it, you know what? Follow AOC, because that's really what she wants. I want free things. Everything is a human right. Everything is a human right. That seems like that's really the next step in her argument. Living and getting everything is a human right. It's like, oh my gosh. So who's going to do the work then, AOC? Who's going to be out there doing the hard work? Because I tell you right now, there's people out there that don't want to work at all. All right. It will never be an even level across this utopia that these crazy progressive thinks is going to be reality. They have no idea.
And that's what I was going to say, Adam. Well, in AOC's mind, let's not forget that, in her America, everyone would just pay their fair share. Everyone would be on the same exact level. Like we're seeing with AOC, she does as much work as you or I probably do. And she doesn't view herself as an elitist at all, which is why she goes to these fancy schmancy events. As she really advocated and wanted to tax the rich, she would be out with her fellow man on the streets of America holding up a cardboard sign, and she would really be advocating for it. She wouldn't be at the Met Gala, for a photo op, because that's exactly what this was.
Yep. She just wants that photo op. She just wants the controversy, and it worked. It worked. Now they're having a conversation. No, they're making fun of you, AOC. Everyone's going, man, this woman she's clueless.
They're literally like, ma'am, your earrings cost $450. Sit down and eat your steak, please, ma'am, please. Hey,
AOC, did you just hear my girl Savanah here? The rich pay 40% of the taxes. The top 1% pay 40% of the taxes. Hello, what? You want them to pay all the taxes? Huh? Look, I want to add something. All right. My wife is Swedish, right? Mm-hmm. So I've learned a lot about the Swedish government, the Swedish country as a whole, Sweden, and all these progressives, they like to look at Sweden and be like, well, look at Sweden. Sweden has school choice. Sweden has private healthcare as an option as well as the public system. All right. There's a lot of things that Sweden is also capitalistic as well. It's got capitalistic side of the socialistic side as well. So it's like they keep using Sweden as an example, but they like to cherry pick. See, everyone has free healthcare. Yeah, but everyone in Sweden pays a lot in taxes. And the taxes go back into the people, right? So this is what they want. They want this dream. But thank you, Drake. Sweden also has no minimum wage laws.
Interesting. Also, what is the population size of Sweden versus the U.S.? Because
10 million.
I feel like, and we have how many in the U.S.? Over 330 million?
330, yep.
Yeah, so it's like, it's very interesting to me when we look to these European countries for specific political ideologies, and it's like,
not the same.
You can't compare those two things because the population size in itself is completely, vastly different, and you have to take that into account.
All right, so I want to call out Kamala Harris too. Everyone's focused on AOC, this whole ethics thing, and I want to call out the vice president, because I think that this is also a violation as well. Kamala Harris's stepdaughter, Ella, hits the red carpet as well. Somehow she was able to go to the Met Gala. Well, how did she go? Now, of course, it doesn't say anywhere in this. They're acting like she's some sort of, oh, cool, the celebrity. But it's like, she's not a celebrity. What is she's the daughter of the vice president. That's why people know who she is.
Yeah, 100%.
Did she pay for her ticket? I highly doubt that. Or was it a favor or a gift to the vice president to allow her stepdaughter to go?
I mean, we don't ever critique the children of the vice president or the president in this country, because if we actually did look into, what their children are up to, who they're tied to, who they're paid off
Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden.
It would be kind of suspicious,
Fake art dealer.
Yeah. If China was, maybe buying art pieces for hundreds of thousands of dollars for potential influence, it could be a really serious issue.
Money laundering. art pieces. Jeez. My goodness, I have nothing in my throat. Fooled you all. Did you think I had something in my throat? No. Whoa, you actually do.
I actually do.
Oh, hey, there we go.
R.I.P. guys, I'm going down.
No, stay with us, Savanah. You're gonna be fine.
Oh, the cringiness, it's getting to me. It's taking my will to live.
Oh my gosh. All right, so speaking of cringiness, I gotta move on. Move on for the I'm sorry, this is really bad. You know what? Let's just chat about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Dutch and Duchess of Sussex. They wanted to, didn't they give up their titles or something? Didn't they say, I'm good, like I don't want to be
yeah, they wanted a private
royalty
life.
or something?
They don't want to be royalty. It was just way too stressful. They wanted their privacy. And so, to really start their private lives off, they went on Oprah.
No, not only that, she did all sorts of interviews and magazine, and every single magazine that would even like come anywhere close to her, she would just be like, do an article about me. I'm so interesting.
Please, my privacy. This is my better angle. Get this angle.
Come here and let me talk about my privacy that I really want. But take a good angle of my privacy.
Please, press, please. I want my privacy in my home. This is the spare bedroom. This is my kid's room. This is my son. Oh my gosh.
Which the royal family was so racist against.
I know.
I don't care. Why do anyone care about the royal family? I don't care about the royal family. We created America, so we didn't have to care about the royal family anymore. I mean, they're not even they don't even make rules anymore, right? I mean, isn't it just kind of like a show thing now?
Look at this flag behind me and ask me if I know what's going on in the UK. The answer is no.
Heyo. Shout out to the American flags behind us. Love it.
There we go.
All right, so Time Magazine.
I'm not be mad at you for making me look at this right now.
You the one who wanted to talk about this.
No, I did.
You did this.
Look at this nonsense. What the hell is this? Sir, where did your balls
Time Magazine rated them at, look at this picture. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got Meghan in the front.
You want to know where his balls are? They're right here.
Oh no.
They're right here. They're hers now.
This is the modern American couple in 2021.
I mean, look at this. Jack Posobiec just simply says body language. Hold on, let's open this in a new tab and get a real close look.
This man looks scared for his life. Like, sir, blink if you are being held hostage.
He's got these, what are these, like the little
like the
prayer beads or something?
Yeah.
Hold me, Meghan. I'm scared of the camera.
Quartz, to help his mood, to help his blood flow.
Prince Harry and Meghan. It should just read Meghan and also Prince Harry. Like, come on. Let's be honest.
And I guess Prince Harry.
Yeah. and I guess Prince Harry. And then, of course, we got this guy. Oh,
disgusting.
I couldn't believe this was real. Someone in my super chats yesterday told me about this, and I almost didn't believe it. And then I looked it up, and it is insane. The Guardian has given Dr. Fauci the sexiest man alive.
I would agree with this if I was blind and mute and deaf and didn't know what was going on in this country. I would agree. I would have to.
Why? Why? Hold on. Why? Why would you agree to that?
Because I would be blind, mute, deaf, and wouldn't be aware of the atrocities that Fauci has been putting this entire country through.
So, but what is sexy to you then? If that's your situation, why would you even
Nothing.
what would it be?
That's what
You know
I'm
what I mean?
saying. It's blackness, the dark, nothing. At that point, that's what it would have to take for me to get to that level to agree with this nothingness.
Oh, all right. So someone actually said down in my comments, and I loved it. Hold on, I got to show the picture one more time to really drive home what this comment said. It's like, Adam, you got this all wrong. This picture's amazing. You want to know why this picture's amazing? I really like picturing Fauci surrounded by bars. And I was like, oh, snaps. Boom. Yes. I mean, my goodness, this dude flip-flops. This dude, Rand Paul caught him lying to Congress. Like, I just, like, I don't understand this whole Fauciism obsession. And you know what? Someone actually responded with such a stupid, there's, because I'm rather vocal on Twitter. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm very spicy. I swear a lot. I call people out. I'm pretty spicy on Twitter, and I love it. I have a lot of fun calling people out on Twitter. But this person straight up called me and anyone who, you Trumpians are expletive. You guys created a golden Trump statue, and you think this is weird? And it's like, okay, first I have to respond to this. I didn't respond on Twitter to this guy because I want to do this right now. This guy, I want to just say, I didn't like that Trump gold statue. I thought it was just gaudy, and
it was a bit much for sure.
I don't worship anyone. You know who I worship? Myself. I'm the only person that can control my life. I am in control. No one else controls me. No one is above me. No one is below me. All right. Worshiping others is, unless you're religious, and you worship a God, whoever your God is, like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong, but worshiping a man, that's too far for me. You shouldn't worship anybody.
The same people who probably deemed Dr. Fauci the sexiest man alive were probably also calling themselves Cuomo-sexuals. So there you go.
Oh,
don't forget that there was an entire generation of people who were like, we're Cuomo-sexuals. And at that same time, Andrew Cuomo, it was me being a Cuomo-sexual. Sorry, I'm trying not to gag while I say it. Disgusting.
You have to do a voice, or someone will clip it and be like, see, she said it. She's a homosexual.
Hell no. Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, adoration of politicians at an unhealthy level is unhealthy, whether it's on the left or the right. So, if you idolize Donald Trump or you idolized Dr. Fauci, you're on the same level for me. Like, chill, fam. Just chill.
You idolize these two. I mean, nobodies. They are literally nobodies. They have done nothing to help me. They have done nothing but prove that they only care about attention. Both of them. Well,
remember there was a period of time when Time actually put influential people on their cover?
I don't know. They've had some terrible people on their covers also. So I'll be honest. I don't read Time magazine. I don't care about Time magazine. I read articles. I follow awesome reporters like yourself and others that are actually on the ground doing stuff. Other than that, I live my own life and I work hard to make myself the best that I can be. Right. And that's what most people should do, instead of going, ooh, who does Time magazine think is really influential? Oh, Prince Harry and Meghan. Oh, I got to know more about them.
Adam, I always laugh because in college, I remember thinking about working for CNN, Time Magazine, for MSNBC. And I look back now and I'm like, thank God that didn't happen. Oh, my freaking goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
awesome.
gosh.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Ooh.
I'm so happy that you ended up being way more based than was that college you said that's where you're at?
Yeah, in college, I was writing about how Donald Trump was coming down really hard on DACA students at my college. I was talking about, love Trump's hate, blah, blah, blah. Not that I was ever anti-Trump. I was just kind of already reporting on a lot of those issues as a Hispanic person myself. And now looking back, I'm like, I was brainwashed. Everything was just brainwashing.
Oh, someone just said that fortification article that was from Time. Is that Time magazine that came out with that one?
Oh yeah, that long article about how
Yeah,
the election was fortified.
fortified.
Because that's elections. It honestly probably for the past couple decades, to be quite honest with you guys, just kind of
I agree.
fortified.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, George Carlin said it best. It's an illusion. It's an illusion to make you think that you're part of the equation and
In control of anything. Yeah.
nah. I mean, and there's people out there that are like, oh, California, this and that. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be one of those people that just goes, yeah, it was because of lack of turnout and blah, blah, blah. There's a couple prominent pundits out there. I'm not going to say their names because, gosh, it'll just cause controversy in itself. But I think they're wrong to discredit the fact that the Democrats absolutely manipulate and fortify. I'm just going to keep quoting. I'm doing air quotes for those who are just listening. Quote unquote, fortify their elections because this is the thing. This is what the Democrats do. They are justified, morally justified to stop Trump, to stop the evil Republicans and evil Trump supporters. They really think people are evil. They've convinced themselves that they're evil. So it's actually for justice to do what they do, to fortify the election. I mean, and that's what that Time article essentially said.
And I mean, look at General Milley right now, too, who was calling the Chinese because he felt that he had to do what was right because Donald Trump was just kind of losing his marbles. So he sold out our entire military to China just because, he had to do what was right, guys. So based off of what we are seeing top U.S. generals doing, what have our politicians done to really, protect us from the evil of the right?
Yep, exactly. These people don't care. They do what they think that's what, like, the rules for thee, but not for me. I mean, it holds so true to all of this. Yeah. They just don't care. It's all of their own bubbles that they live in. Again, shout out to George Carlin. They're all in a big club and you're not in it. That's what it feels like. This elitist establishment. And guess what, AOC? You're in that bubble. All right. I know that, I mean, they were calling her out when she was getting a little like, I don't care what you guys say, I'm going to do my thing. And then they like held her in check, started, leaking some dirt on her. And then all of a sudden now she's back into, doing the main narrative of what she was hired to do in the first place.
I like how she immediately went to, these people are policing my body by trying to focus on what I was wearing. Okay. As a minority woman,
oh my gosh,
in office, in work, I'm just so pleased, and it's just a normal part of my life. Like, ma'am,
she wore
you wanted
a political statement
on your body,
on your address.
Yeah,
that's what people are going to focus on. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh man, I really can't.
Yeah, I miss George Carlin. I wish he was still around. I wanted to do a segment on Norm Macdonald, but I'm gonna save it for tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. I'm gonna have the farm engineer on tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about the rising prices of food. So if you don't know, the prices of food are the highest in almost 6 decades. It's absolutely insane. And I want to talk. We talked about when he was on my show before about just farm culture, growing your own food, and we're going to get back into it. We're going to talk about space food. This is tomorrow. Then we're going to talk about Inspiration 4, which is actually launching in like a half hour, right after my show. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Very excited, but we're going to get into some super chats. Savanah, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Everybody, you can go follow Savanah. Down below is her website and her, I think your Gab, your Instagram, but you can go to her website and find all of her socials. It's just down below. Description. You can also follow me at adamcrigler.com. And then, of course, here on The Crigler Show. And yeah, smash that like button. Savanah, what should they do?
Smash the like button, share, subscribe, do all the things, guys.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Thank you, everybody. All right, we got Robert Wiles first and foremost. He says, I hope this makes Betty smile and Diana Francisco smile. I forgot to say I saw my doc yesterday. My dizzy is stress, and I lost another 18 pounds. I mean, that sounds that's good, right? I mean, I don't know if you were trying to lose weight or is it bad? Are you underweight? I'm not actually sure. I don't.
If you're trying to lose the weight, congratulations.
Right? I mean, I hope you're doing better though. It seems like you, the doctor said it's not that big of a deal. So, calm it down. And, if you're just stressed out, find something, live in the now, don't worry about the future or the past. That's really the key, I think. Jake Dog says, I love Sev. She's the best. I hope she marries my dad.
Add him to the list, the long list of suitors.
Mazo says, I just saw a spider crawl across Sav's mic. Whoa, really?
Okay, so last night on my stream, a little tiny spider came down. I don't know if you were watching that, and I
missed that part.
Flicked it away, but I realized it was a spider, and then I freaked out live, and everyone thought it was hilarious. I didn't think it was funny. Now I'm looking for spiders again. Thanks a lot, guys.
It's pretty good. Did someone clip that? Can we clip that and someone post it somewhere so I can share it and laugh? Maybe I'll do that. I'm not trying to make fun of you, Savanah.
No, it was a funny thing that happened. My dad thought it was hilarious. He was like, "That was the best part of the show." I was like, "Thanks, thank you so much."
That's great. It's those moments though; those are the best.
Yeah.
Pepsi Man says, "Adam, you were great on Nick's channel the other day. Thank you." Yeah, I love Nick Rakita. Do you know Nick Rakita?
Mm-mm.
He's a YouTube lawyer and just a scoundrel, and he's great. I love going. I've been on his show a few times. I randomly just popped on YouTube and I saw that he was live, and I just started chatting in chat, and then he started talking about Gavin Newsom, and I'm like, he started making fun of Gavin, and I'm like, bro, like, get me in on the show, like, send me an invite. And he, within like 5 minutes, I was on the show, and we were.
That's awesome. I need new people to follow on YouTube, so that's awesome. I'll have to subscribe to him.
Yes, definitely follow Nick Rakita. He is how do I describe Nick? Rough around the edges, but well polished. A well polished turd. Wait, no. No, I love making fun of him, and he shovels it out as much as he takes it. His chat is absolutely brutal. They are brutal. My chat's awesome. Where his chat, they're awesome, but they're brutal. You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
Nice.
But they love him.
You need a good roast. Yeah. It's like tough love, right?
It's like a never-ending roast against Nick.
Truly.
But it's hilarious because he takes it on the chin, and he can handle it, and those are the best. So I have a lot of time, a lot of fun on his show. Fantastic. Mr. Knox says the IRS wanting to look into people's accounts sounds like what Indian scammers impersonating the IRS to milk people's monies. Such an overreach. It kind of does, yo.
Yeah,
we need to look into your accounts just to make sure everything is good, because we're the IRS.
Safety, just for your protection.
Yeah, don't worry. It's for your own safety. Mark G, dear federal tyrants, I'm broke because you taxed me to death. You don't need to access my bank account to see that I'm broke because of you. Oof. I mean, no lies detected?
None. Absolutely none.
No. Not blue says we wouldn't be in the stuff we're in if it weren't for the Fed enabling a corrupt Congress. Federal Reserve is the root of all addiction to debt. Yo, the Fed, man. I mean, we need to go back to being based on the gold, like the gold dollar.
Yeah. It's been taking us off of that. Not good.
Why can we get back to that, please? But this is the thing about when you give a little bit to the government, they do not give back. So it's like, how do we get all these things back? Like, we are slowly moving further and further away. Well, it's almost exponential now. How much faster we're moving away from what the founding fathers wanted for America.
Yeah.
Byron Banks says Janet Yellen was the chair of the Fed Reserves. Oh, really? Interesting. For those who missed it, she's one of the people that is pushing for this whole tax movement. Interesting. Yeah, I wish I saw that when we were talking about, because I didn't make that connection. Thanks, Byron. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Anyway, Mark G says, dear federal tyrants, stay out of the bedroom. You don't need to see the money hidden under my mattresses, and no access to my prison purse. My goodness. I mean, yeah, that's what they're going to do, though. You know, they're going to push people to be back into cash transactions. And they're trying to get rid of cash, I think. You know, that they're trying to make cash worthless and have everyone use bank transactions for everything, which, I mean, you need a bank card to shop online, which most people shop online now. And I don't know, you can see that, right? I mean, they don't want people to use cash because they can't track that. Cash is king. Someone just said it in chat. Yep, exactly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Knox says the people who support tax the rich need to understand businesses will just move elsewhere where there's less tax. Tesla is a great example. Exactly. Yep, exactly. Bird Gang with a $10 super chat says, unlike turn the other cheek pool, at what point is necessary, in the words of Mario Savio, to throw our bodies upon the gears of the machine and make it stop? Yeah, I don't know. And I honestly, I don't want to talk about him. But to your point of like, at what point do we finally go enough is enough? I think if people just stopped right now and said enough is enough, like everybody, there's so many of us that, like, what are they going to do? Right.
That's what I keep saying. As soon as the masses decide they no longer want to wear face masks, we won't have to anymore.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So that's like part of what I'm going to be talking about again tomorrow, because the price of food is going up like crazy.
Yeah.
People need to use currency to buy food instead of growing it yourself. You know, food grows out of the ground, right? I mean, it's a rhetorical question. Like, obviously it grows out of the ground. You can grow your own food, and, you know, like grass, like what is grass? Like, sure, it's nice to run around in grass. I have a nice yard. But at the same time, like, I would easily scrap that yard for a field of food if I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I would.
Yeah. Invest in seeds, guys.
Hydra says growing food is super hard. It is super hard, and it takes dedication, right? But also, we are spoiled. I'm sorry. We are spoiled. Humans are so spoiled right now. They have no clue how hard human beings as a whole had to work for nearly the entirety of our existence. Seriously. It used to be, we need to grow food or else we're going to die. We need to store food in the wintertime or else we're going to die. We have to procreate or we're going to die. We have to get shelter or we're going to die. And those were like the pillars of human society for like all of human life until maybe a couple hundred years ago. Yeah. And now it's all different.
I was watching this documentary, and they were basically talking about how there's such an abundance of everything nowadays that things are worth so much less to people now.
Exactly.
And I mean, think about food as a whole too. It's like, people don't really value food. They don't value their health because there's such an abundance of food. You can literally go on any street corner and get a hamburger, get fast food really quickly. And so people no longer value it.
It makes me think of that quote. I might be butchering. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it might not even be a quote. I don't know. It's when you are given money, like just $10, right? If I give you $10, you didn't earn that $10, so you don't really you don't really care about that $10 as much as if you worked for 30 minutes doing something that was slightly strenuous, and then someone said, "Here, I'm going to pay you $10 for your hard work. Thank you." You know, it might not have been a crazy task, but something. You worked for it. So you're going to look at that $10 and be like, I earned this. You're not going to spend it as easily. You're not going to, you're going to look at it and think of it differently than when you are given $10. You know, so
it's kind of like when you go shopping at the store, and when you don't have any money in your bank account, you want everything, right? You're like, oh, I want this and that. And then as soon as you have money in your wallet, you're like, I don't really want anything after all.
Well, that's a good way of being a little more frugal when you do have money. And that's why the rich, a lot of rich people tend to be more frugal with their money because they want to keep their money. And and I don't know. So like the whole AOC argument, tax the rich, give people more money. It's like these people, they're just going to spend it. They're not going to be wise with their money.
Yeah, they don't care about it. There's no value in it because there's an abundance of it. They're just giving it freely.
And then when you think about food and stuff, people are just so used to just going to the store. I just go to the store and buy whatever I want. I could get anything. But then when you realize that this is a huge complex system of all these different farmers and then the truckers and the shipping lanes to get the food to the store that you then go and just can buy whatever you want. It's like people don't realize how spoiled they are, how amazing that is that they can go. I mean, not take a bigger picture. Any computer equipment, there's computer stores, there's car stores, there's anything, clothing stores. Like you don't have to make your own clothes anymore. You don't have to grow your own food anymore. You don't have to make your own shelter anymore. Like back in the day, you have to learn how to do all of the stuff or you're screwed in life. You didn't have anyone to support you.
I was reading this tweet thread about someone whose cousin was from like North Korea and they were like a defector and they got out of there or something like that. One of these crazy countries. And they went to a Target, right? Target on every single street corner in America. We go in and out, take it for granted. And they were absolutely shocked and amazed at the abundance of food, at the abundance of choice for things that they could buy. And it was crazy to me to read that because in America, we have never even faced the option of not being faced with this abundance of choice.
True.
So we're so spoiled that we don't even know we're spoiled, you know?
That's true. Yeah. Most of these people have no idea how spoiled they are. What is like what were we talking about that led me to I don't even remember what the original like what spawned that conversation. It was
farming.
No, I mean I'm looking at the last super chat I read and it was about when do we throw our bodies on the gears of the machine, and it's like to make it stop, and it's like I don't remember how. I mean honestly, people need to recognize. I think it's because the power. The shift will happen when people take the power themselves.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And part of it all is farming yourself, doing your own stuff. And it's because the gears of the machine, people are so attached to it, right? That's what it is. We are attached to it. Even me, I'm attached to the machine. All of you are. We all are. It's not no one's fully detached, because the fact that you're watching me right now means you're participating on the internet, which is part of society. Like we're a part of the clock. You're paying for electricity or whatever. Maybe you're not paying, I don't know, using someone else's electricity. You're using some sort of electronic device. We're in the system, right? We're not living off the land in the middle of nowhere in Alaska, with you don't see another soul and you have to hunt every day to maintain your calories. We're not living that lifestyle, right? And I'm not saying that we should. I mean, I love society. I love that we're on the verge of space travel. Like I'm super excited for a lot of things in life. But we're going about it the wrong way and letting the authoritarians steer the machine. We need to steer the machine, and we need to become the machine instead of being attached to the machine. So there we go. I feel like we need to rage against the machine. Except
for real, not like the band who's succumbing to vaccination requirement.
Except for the raging for the machine now. All right. Mark G says, I'd gladly give the federal government my investment in stocks and precious metals. Of course, one precious metal at a time. Okay. Mr. Knox, I'm sure there's able-bodied people who can work, so they should work instead of sucking on the government's teat, taking them shimmies. But there's always going to be people that just don't want to work. Oh, stimmies, he says. Right. Yep, exactly. Well, they ended unemployment benefits, and of course, people were complaining about it. But it's like, get a job. I mean,
there's a lot of jobs out there. Go get one.
It's 11 million now. I did a report. It was the last time you were on my show. It was 10 million jobs. It's 11 million now.
It's 11 million now. Great. I love to hear that. So what you're telling me is that it's the jobs are continuing to go up, the joblessness, and no one's getting back to work. Great. Great.
Yep. There's like 9 million people out of work that people will say they want to work, but
they don't really want to work.
Also, there's 11 million jobs.
Yeah.
Now there may not be jobs in your area. I get it. That this is sometimes it's not so easy, but I mean, there's a lot of jobs out there. Let's see here. Sticky Icky Ricky says, "Letter Kenny." I don't know what that means. Okay, you know what that means?
No, absolutely not. I love when people send me random super chats, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mark G says, "No taxes without unstolen representation." Ugh, goodness. Hydro says, "I saw some pictures from the Met Gala. Those satanic people want to humiliate masculinity."
Yeah. A lot of the male outfits are really bad. Did you see Elliot Page was there, formerly Ellen Page, in an oversized tux?
Oh,
yeah,
that guy.
Yeah. It was a lot. It was just really again.
Honestly, I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me at all. I didn't care. Like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Like, who cares? He's an adult, whatever. If that's look, you're an adult, you do what you want. That's it. I don't care, right? Don't force it on kids. We don't have a problem. All right.
Yeah,
that's where I go with that. Like, if you want to identify as whatever you want to identify, I don't care. Don't get mad at me for misgendering you because these people change their genders on a fly. Like they talk about it. It's just like,
identify however you want, but at least look good when you do it. That's the point that I'm trying to make, Adam. I judge everybody by their fashion sense. Okay.
Whoa, ad hominem. I mean, some people can't help how they look. All right.
No, I mean fashion wise. The outfit was awful.
Was it?
Was awful. Yes, it was an oversized tux.
I didn't see it.
Said person could have gotten an outfit that looked good for said body type, but they refused, and everyone looked bad at that damn Met Gala. What could I say? Sorry, didn't mean to curse.
All right, let's see. Mr. Knox says the Met Gala is like watching the Hunger Games with the Capitol ruling the 13 districts.
Pretty much.
Mark G, do you know where I can buy some pine tar for my roof and duck feathers to fluff up my pillow? Totally for my house chores, not for another purpose. Oof. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Mark G says AOC makes me want to repeal the 19th. Dude, come on. Now, that's giving women the right to vote, right? Or I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Mr. Wolfgram says the stars at night are big and bright. Finish
deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah, you can see who the Texan is among us. Mr. Knox, tax the rich just means redacted. You give me money. Yep, basically. Oh snaps! Sejong the Great, $50 super chat. Sejong, thank you so much. Look, if you want to donate to the Taliban, all you got to do is pay taxes in the U.S.
So true. So true.
Continues. Also, if the U.S. is institutionally racist, whose idea runs the institutions? Heyo. 80% of redacted deaths are obese. Why isn't the CDC going after obesity? Okay. Elijah just posted something recently. I retweeted it. And I don't even know if I would get in trouble. I don't understand how he doesn't get in trouble. That dude, I think I'm spicy on Twitter.
I know. I see the things you tweet out and I'm like, damn, but I got deleted.
Elijah,
I'm really jealous.
What's your trick, man? I don't understand. How does he get away with this stuff? Because he is bold and beautiful.
Bold and brash.
Yeah, my goodness. But to finish Sejong's awesome super chat, thank you very much. This is for a roll of coffee. Hey, you guys know the deal. I just rolled the dice. Good luck, have fun. This is for an actual bag of coffee brought to you by Sejong the Great. Savanah?
You know my number.
It's not 2. You're wrong. But good luck, everybody. I'm going to be watching. This is for an actual bag of coffee You guys know the deal. I've got delicious coffee. It's roasted on order, and you guys have a chance to win. Right now, I am watching the numbers. Ryan Hinnard wins it with a 6. Ryan Hinnard, you are the first person to guess the number 6. You won a bag of coffee. Congratulations. All you got to do, go to the Crigler, or send me an email, thecriglershow@gmail.com. And well, it's for Commodore's Reserve, but if you would like something different, let me know. Or Commodore's Reserve, we have 7 or 8 different blends now. Go ahead and just send me an email, and then of course send me your address. Don't worry, I won't dox you. I'm just going to send you some delicious coffee. Thank you, Sejong. I appreciate that. Let me make sure I have this marked. The winners, I got to have the winners. All right.
Always.
All right, I got you down. Congratulations. All right, Mavis says, breaking news. According to students at Binghamton University, fraternities and sororities are racist. They want to abolish Greek life. Wait, fraternities and sororities are racist? Why? What is their reasoning? Mavis tends to post trustworthy things, but is it? I think you actually live near Binghamton, right? If I recall correctly, I'm not actually sure, but I am curious because this. I mean, I'm not even surprised. Nothing. Racism in United States college fraternities. Oh my goodness, Greek life.
Everything is racist.
No words. I got no words. My goodness. All right, where are we at? Fantastic Mr. Fox says, the people who complained about those worshiping Trump probably have Fauci tattoos like a tramp stamp. Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't.
Yep. Yeah, you know what's interesting? It's like, I posted about these people on the left that are all like this. It feels like they all have this groupthink. Like, hey, what are we complaining about today? Or what's our main talking points for me to yell at these people for? Oh, okay. And then they all regurgitate the same stuff. And it's almost like they think that everyone on the other side does the same thing. So like they see a golden Trump statue and they go, all of these people must love it. Where like I posted that picture of Fauci as the sexiest man alive, which is just bonkers. And I was like, these people worship him. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, I'm talking to the people that actually worship the man.
Yeah.
This dude got so triggered, he had to clap back with, well, but Trump, golden Trump statue. And I'm like, all right, I'm talking about everyone who worships Fauci. I'm guessing that's you because you got triggered. All right. I don't worship Trump. I happen to think he was a good president and is good for America and actually cares about America and the American people, which the establishment can't stand. They can't stand it, dude.
Exactly. I think at the end of the day, if you're going to protest or support somebody, you should probably at least know why. And that's the key difference between what I've noticed people on the right and the left is people on the left usually don't know why they're mad. They're just mad. But people on the right can be like, well, this is why I don't like this person. And here's 10 reasons why.
Yep. I know all about their policies that they've done. I know about the person that I'm actually voting for and what they're trying to do. And it's like, they're actually informed. It's not emotional. It's logical. It's backed by actual things that actually happened, not just whatever the news told you to be mad about. I'm so sick of that whole thing too. Let's see here. Ryan says, I sent you a GoFundMe link for an injured soldier of the Kabul bombing on Instagram. Biden murdered those soldiers for PR. I don't know if that's true. That's a little extreme. But I will look for that GoFundMe link. That's something I would like to tweet out and help. Dominizzi says, I hope the IRS checks out my account so they can throw in $10 and help me out. Hello, Sav. We'll see you tonight, maybe. Are you going live tonight? You have a show tonight?
I'm not. I'm here on your show. That's it. So, you guys have to check me out over here.
And when do you do your main show? Is it Tuesday nights? Usually
Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes Mondays and Wednesdays. I really actually need to get a set schedule.
You got to be consistent.
I know. I am. It is always twice a week, but the days vary.
No, that's not okay. Stick with 1 day a week, every single week at least. All right. So
Done.
you know that people know that day you're going to be there and show up.
Okay. We will
Trust me.
set dates. We will set a specific date.
Consistency is key. All right. Where were we? Fantastic Mr. Fox says the IRS want to check people's bank accounts. How about the letting the people know whether Fort Knox still has gold that was taken by the people? Yeah, or underneath the trade centers. Excuse me. Sorry, something in my throat. Byron Banks says deep dive into the Federal Reserve. Oof. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if I was still no, I don't want to get in trouble. I was about to but not gonna say it. Veiled Maid said my concern about IRS watching our purchases is that is more that the information would be super chat jump would be used against patriots. How much ammo we buy, so invasive. Yeah, it's just bonkers. Like they should never have that much control or into our personal lives. It's we the people, not big government. Like that is not what our government is, or that's not what America is. Mark G says invest in Freedom Seeds. Freedom Seeds. I mean, is that an actual company? I've heard that before, but is that a company, Freedom Seeds, or is that just like referencing to like seeds that you can grow yourself that maybe then you could take the seeds and grow more food? Or I'm not exactly sure how that works.
The first thing
the
first thing that comes up when I type in Freedom Seeds is a cannabis seed company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, it's probably not that.
Is Freedom Seeds another word for like ammo?
Oh, yeah, maybe that's it too.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Is that what it is? Freedom Seeds. Okay. I see what it is. Oh, people are saying it's bullets. Okay. Oh, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I didn't know. All right. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't know. That's great. Mr. Squiggle says, yes, growing food is hard. I planted a chicken and nothing grew. WTF.
Yeah, nuggets were supposed to sprout out. Maybe try different fertilizer next time.
Oh, man. It might have fertilized the ground afterwards, actually.
Oh, no.
Quesadilla says, I'm not simping. I'm married. Just a compliment. I hope our kids come out as beautiful as Savanah. Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ryan Hinnard with a $42 super chat. Wow. The news has had me down lately. Winning some coffee really cheered me up. I hope whoever wins this coffee is just as happy. All right. He just sponsored yet another dice game roll. You guys know the deal. This is for an actual bag of coffee. Ryan Hinnard was so excited for winning a bag of coffee. He has now passed it on to someone else. Good luck. Have fun. We're about to rock this roll. Savanah?
2.
It's not 2. I'm sorry. You lost. You are terrible. And we've got a winner. Wanderer. Hey, Wanderer, congratulations. It is 12. You were the first person to guess 12. Man, right off the bat, these guys are guessing them quicker and quicker every time. That's amazing. Wanderer, congratulations. You won a bag of coffee. All you got to do is send me an email at the Crigler Show at gmail.com and let me know what you want. And of course, you got to give me your address so we can send you some coffee. Congratulations, Wanderer, and thank you for your support. I see that you're a member as well. That is awesome. I really do appreciate all of my members out there. I see a lot of you in chat are members. Thank you all for your support. You guys are absolutely the best. Minion Leah says, did you see the removal of the racist rock from the college campus? If your life is made better by the removal of a rock, then you probably have bigger issues to worry about.
I do remember that racist rock being removed. It was actually like a giant boulder.
It was like 70 tons.
Yeah.
It was a rock. I mean, it wasn't enough for me to like do a segment on it because it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's a rock. It's because it was named after somebody in like the 1800s, 1890 to 1910 was like the president of the university or something who was racist or had some racist something or other. And it's like, oh my, rename it. Who cares? It's a rock. It's an inanimate object. It's doing no harm. Why are these snowflakes so triggered on words? They are words. Not even words. It's a name of someone. They're the ones that are making themselves all hot and bothered by this stupid nonsense.
I don't know, Adam. You ever walk down the street late at night and you just see a rock and it just looks at you the wrong way and you're like, just the racism in these streets. I just can't handle it. Something that happens on a daily basis for me. Just rocks, man. They really trigger the racism.
Gosh. Bravo, saying that with a straight face. Like that was good. I liked it. Those racist rocks, man. They'll get you. So right outside the narrative says we are doomed here in California. That is all. Bro, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. For those who don't know, Gavin Newsom somehow pulled a major win over well, I guess Larry Elder was the person to beat, but he beat back his you know what? I don't even want to talk about that. There's so many discrepancies. There's already
fortification, Adam. Call it what it is, please. It's just fortification.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. The Democrats going Democrat. That's all I'm going to say. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Ryan says, what's that one superpower that you guys would pick? I have invulnerability. Okay. And what about you? That's a good question, though.
I'm kind of spacey today, but what is it called again when you can like go from one place and then poof up in another place?
Transportation? Or teleportation.
Teleportation, because then, if I'm in bed really comfy, then I have to get out of bed to like turn my light off. I could just teleport over there real quick, then teleport back into my bed.
Technically, that's still getting out of bed, though.
Okay, fine. Then moving objects with my mind.
Telekinesis.
Yeah, okay. Telekinesis. There we go.
So you're going for like ultimate lazy power.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Let's see. If I had a superpower, I would go for three things. All right. And they would be part. I wish, or my superpowers would be that I wouldn't need to breathe oxygen to supply my body with oxygen. Mm-hmm. That I wouldn't need it. That I wouldn't need. So I'm not saying that I couldn't. Like I could survive without breathing oxygen. I could survive without having to sleep. Even though I could sleep, but I wouldn't need to sleep to recharge, and I wouldn't need to eat. Okay, so and let me explain.
So you want to be a plant, essentially.
I mean, no, they need the sun though. They still need something. I would want to be able to. I could explore space. I can explore the depths of the ocean. I could go swimming and like really explore and like scuba dive without having to breathe oxygen. I don't know. I feel like the explorer in me is like, if I didn't have to have oxygen, like I could climb to the top of Mount Everest. And if I didn't need to sleep, I wouldn't need to recharge. So then I just keep climbing until I get to the top and be like, this is the top of Mount Everest. I'm like, all right, hey, look, there's a bunch of dead bodies over there, and then like climb back down because there's like, I don't know if you know this, there's landmarks on the way up of dead bodies that are just there. And
I saw this meme once and I'll never forget it. And it was like, if you're ever feeling like you're not motivated enough, remember that every dead body on Mount Everest was once a highly motivated person. So maybe calm down. I was like, I like that.
That's kind of funny, but also kind of sad.
Yeah.
My goodness. Let's see, where am I at? Great question. Mavis says, with a $10 super chat, says, I do live near Binghamton. Nice. I thought so. See, I know my chat. I love you guys, of course. I'm going to remember this stuff. I keep track of the local progressive groups. Some of the stuff they post has me shaking my head. I can post the link in locals if you need something to face palm to. No, I get it. I face palm enough on a daily basis with peeking into life in general outside of my beautiful bubble that I live in in my new home. So thank you. I mean, if you want to post it, I'll take a peek at it actually, because that might be a good segment to talk about. Brian says, to the people that can't handle slightly mean words and microaggressions, you probably can't handle life, so you might want to take yourself out of it. Well, that's a little harsh. I don't condone that at all. But the first half of your super chat, I liked where you're headed with it, because these people that can't handle microaggressions, slightly aggressive words that hurt them, They have no idea what it's like to deal with macro dangers in life, what it's like to not know if anyone you come across might kill you and take your stuff, because that's kind of what life was like for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are people that will just want to take your stuff. And I feel like that will always be the case. Now, I talked about how there's always going to be lazy people with socialism and that aspect. But then I'm not talking, I don't even bring into the whole picture about how there's negative people that will always try to take from you, that want to take and not work. Or maybe there are people that just like to hurt other people and have power over them. I mean, that's a whole nother subject. You know, it's absolutely insane. No one's talking about that.
Mm-mm.
Fantastic Mr. Knox says, here in Melbourne, the government has locked down public transit this Saturday due to a possible protest. It's for your health, they say. Absolutely insane.
It always is.
Dude, Australia, I did see a video coming out of Australia that is people were just going about their day. They're like, you know what, whatever. And there were so many people out and about, not wearing masks, just doing whatever they want. And it's like, that's really what it's going to take. Yeah. Everyone just being like, you know what, we're done with this. We're all going to work. We're all going out. We're all doing our things. They can't arrest everybody. If suddenly the entire population gets arrested, like, what does that say? You know, the government is not a monarchy. They're not this authoritarian. Well, they are. I mean, that's where they're going. I mean, they locked down because of one case, I think, or 3 cases or something for 3 days, and it's like cases. That's aren't we going to live with it forever? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so over talking about all that stuff. Mao the Mighty says, I like Adam. Adam is cool. Nah, poo poo, yeah.
Thank you for your super chat.
Thank you, Mao. I appreciate you. Ryan says, or toughen up, buttercups. Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. I like that one. Mavis again says, teleportation is the ultimate lazy power and the only correct answer. I say this as someone that took 3 days to drive down to Miami for a wedding. I would love to be able to just teleport there. You know, if you think about it too, if you could teleport, you could fly because you teleport into the sky and keep teleporting around, right? Why wouldn't you?
That's why I like teleportation, because then you can, maybe you have a favorite French restaurant. Boom, you're over there. You're back home the same night. There we go. So teleportation would be pretty cool.
But how would you know that you can like teleport somewhere safe? You know?
Don't ask these questions, Adam. Just trust the plan.
This is where my mind goes, though. I want to like really how do we make sure that this is as safe as possible?
It's not about safety. It's about convenience.
How do I? Yeah, someone said French long. No, that's for Gavin Newsom with his lobbyist buddies. All right. Thank you guys for joining. That was a lot of fun. As always, Savanah, it is such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me, Adam. I always have a great time with you in the chat. Y'all always put a smile on my face.
I'm not going to tell you tell anybody anything, but me and Savanah are working on some stuff for the near future. It's going to be very fun. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's pretty exciting stuff. So you guys will hear soon enough, maybe once things get finalized. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So remember, you can follow Savanah down on her website. You can click it right below. It leads to all of her social medias. She got banned off of Twitter, for those who don't know, for just, posting videos. She got retweeted by President Trump and then got banned because of it, because she posts the truth. Keep doing you, Savanah. It is always a pleasure.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it as always.
All right, everybody. That was the show. You guys all have a great night, and I will see you next time. Good night.